Okay, so listen up, because if there's one person who's been absolutely relentless about calling out Chrisean's parenting, is BLUEFACE'S mom, Carlissa Saffold. We're talking full-blown critique mode. First, she was out here coming for the drinking during pregnancy situation, dropping hints about possible neurological concerns, the whole helmet drama, questions about the car seat, even the baby's sleeping arrangements. Basically pointing out that something seems off, and she's refusing to stay quiet about it. And now she's straight up claiming that Chrisean put hands on her baby's face because she didn't like how he looked. Like, what? But hold on. Is Karlissa actually onto something here, or is she just being extra for the sake of drama? And even if she genuinely believes what she's saying, should she really be broadcasting her grandchild's struggles, whether they're real or just allegations, all over the internet like this? So here's what went down recently. Karlissa dropped a bomb, alleging that Chrisean literally put hands on her baby's face because she wasn't happy with his appearance. She wrote, "You named your son the billion-dollar baby and made a whole Instagram for him. You exploited him until you couldn't exploit him without people knowing what was going on with him, and then you covered his face and smashed his face and hid his face because his face wasn't the face that you planned on. Then you took them on everybody's podcast, had them looking crazy, not showing them no love. You're the only one that has ever exploited any children on the internet. The only time we ever seen your baby love is when my son posted him, showing him real, unconditional love." I mean, those are some heavy allegations she's throwing out there, right? Actually, before all of this, a follower straight up questioned Karlissa about why Chrisean Rock wasn't drug tested after delivering Chrisean Jr. back in 2023, because isn't that supposed to be standard hospital procedure? The follower said, "My thing is, with hospital, they test you for alcohol and will call CPS on you. How do you not know all of this? Why isn't the baby in proper care if she did do this?" And Karlissa's response? She said Chrisean didn't go to any regular hospital. Now get this, even Chrisean's own sister Tesehki claimed she was actually there during baby Junior's birth and had permission to hear Chrisean Rock's medical information. And according to what she said, apparently Chrisean tested positive for chlamydia and refused to get a C-section.
Because I was there, it didn't kick in. It didn't kick in. When the nurses came in and told you, can they talk to you about yourself? I'm like, no. You just go ahead and put it out there when I was wrong. Yeah, and they said you had chlamydia. You remember your six didn't kick in. But someone had to do a C-section. Guess what? You refused. You didn't want to mess up your little tattoo. Or you didn't want to get cut, right? Or where your mama instance was at then. Because you sent through that infected canal, right? You did. You did that. So don't do that. And I encourage you, I keep asking you, leave me alone. You want to play with my children now, right? You play with my children. Talking on my grandbaby, like. And you know what's crazy? We will never talk about Chrisean because he's special and we really love him. But yo, you are foul. You are foul and disgusting. Yeah.
Okay, so listen up, because if there's one thing is, giving birth with an STD puts the child at serious risk for blindness and a whole list of other lifelong complications. And Tesehki was literally putting her own sister on blast for allegedly putting the baby in danger on purpose. Plus, she said that because Chrisean was the one caring for Junior, she didn't even know how to take care of him the right way. Honestly, when you start connecting all the pieces Karlissa's been dropping, it actually starts making sense why there are so many issues swirling around this entire story. Because let's keep it real, a regular hospital would never let half of this stuff fly. They test you, they document everything, they step in when something's wrong, and they make absolutely sure that baby leaves with safe, proper care in place. So if what Karlissa's hinting at is actually true, then yeah, it explains the confusion, the lack of clear answers, and why everything just feels so incredibly off. It's like this whole situation kicked off outside the normal system from day one, and now we're all watching the messy fallout play out in real time. Now, anyone who's been following this Chrisean Jr. drama since the beginning knows that Blue's mom has had a lot to say about the baby. But even before Karlissa started going in, Blueface himself was claiming that Chrisean smoked and drank throughout her entire pregnancy. And we all saw how Chrisean caught major heat for partying while pregnant on multiple occasions. A person who's been absolutely relentless.
With the baby and stuff.
Why are you lying?
Really got fluid out in real life though. Ladies, one more time.
Get yourself together.
Where the bottle at?
Oh my gosh.
Drink it.
She asked for another bottle. I'm just gonna get no liquor.
Yes, I can. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me.
Nah,
He's at the door
you
because
can't
it's
have
cold.
no fucking liquor.
When they were here last time, him and Chrisean was pregnant. Y'all were doing all that smoking and drinking here in the thing.
Apparently, people started noticing that Chrisean Jr. had physical characteristics that lined up with fetal alcohol syndrome, including the folds in the corners of his eyes, small eyes, a flattened nose bridge, an open mouth, and extra large low-set ears. There were also people saying that the sound of Blueface and Chrisean Jr.'s baby crying sounded like Cri-du-chat syndrome, but others pointed out that high-pitched crying can also be caused by alcohol withdrawal in newborns. Basically, what people were clocking was that Chrisean did not slow down during her pregnancy. She kept going to the club, kept drinking, and we even had someone like DJ Academics on record saying he FaceTimed her when she was full-on pregnant and she was smoking a joint.
He FaceTimed me one time, Vlad. Yeah. This is when the owner of Zeus was trying to like patch up whatever, and you know this was like, yo, y'all keep going back and forth online, like talk. FaceTime her, she's like smoking a joint. Full on pregnant.
While she's pregnant.
Full on pregnant. Smoking a joint. And I said, aren't you? And she's like, shh. And I'm like, ain't no shh. I'm like, the baby's in the stomach. Like, no giving. You know what I mean? Now, again, I'm hoping.
These are also some of the things Karlissa was pointing out, and so much more. For instance, when that video of Chrisean at Walmart went viral on social media, she got absolutely dragged and criticized for not properly taking care of Chrisean Jr. A ton of followers were calling out the dangers of having the baby's neck completely unsupported, and they also accused Rock of being way too distracted to properly tend to Chrisean Jr., especially since she was also walking her dog on a leash inside the store at the same time. And you know what Blueface wrote in response to all the criticism? He hopped on X and posted, "Trust me, I'm just as surprised as y'all." Then his mother, Karlissa, also went off and blasted Chrisean for not properly taking care of the baby.
In the goddamn grocery store with the goddamn shit folded over and he doing a back bend like he in the goddamn gymnastics already. I don't like none of them. Kylie's first baby daddy, a husband, none of them raggedy. They couldn't even lift up more weights than me. I don't know why my kids out here running around with these goddamn weirdo Then I'm the problem. I'm not the problem. If I dated somebody that was not arrested, I could afford to do it. You know why? Because I could get out here and make that motherfucker something. No, y'all over here just letting them walk around in Walmart. Who the f is walking around Walmart? You send somebody to Walmart. You don't walk around Walmart.
In addition, there was that time when Chrisean filmed herself at a restaurant eating with her son, and people claimed the baby didn't blink once in the entire video. Karlissa said she believed the baby definitely has a problem. She explained that she had mentioned Chrisean Rock drinking because she could hear the baby's cry and saw the same things everyone else was seeing. She then stated that she felt there might be some kind of neurological issue going on and that she wasn't blind or dumb to the signs. She also said she was prepared to get a matching helmet with the baby if he ended up needing one. She then went on to say that everyone could pretend to be unaware, but Chrisean knew she drank, and they all knew it too. According to her, they could all see that something was going on, and even the baby's father would notice it. Then she said they understood what could come with situations like this, that they weren't stupid and they wouldn't pretend to be. Also, when Las Vegas police and CPS stormed into a hotel room after a live stream showed alcohol bottles, nitrous oxide tanks, and complete chaos everywhere, while Chrisean and her ex-boyfriend Bino were right there with 2 babies in the room, Karlissa absolutely blasted Chrisean, saying, "You're running around with your 4th guy, ain't got a bedroom for your son, hollering you're rich out here, hollering that you're buying houses and Bentleys and trucks and all kinds of stuff when all the real mothers want you to do is buy a bedroom for my grandson. That's all we want you to do. We want you to walk into the room and show us all the details that you perfected and put in there. We want to see all the scriptures that you want to put on the wall for him over his bed. We just want to see a bed at this point." Now, the problem people have, including Karlissa, is that instead of Chrisean acknowledging her baby's condition and taking the necessary steps to care for him, she continues to put him in extremely problematic situations. I mean, there have been speculations that she was banned from Twitch during a live stream on the platform, and rumors, videos, and speculative interpretations came out accusing her of leaving her son in a car while she spoke to Blue, which is allegedly what caused the ban. There was also a time she shared a video of herself at a smoke shop, and social media users were quick to notice that her son was right there with her and immediately called her out. Then there was footage that circulated showing Junior sitting alone in a stroller on the beach at 3 a.m. Even recently, after Blue got out of prison, Karlissa talked about how Rock ruined her son's first day out bonding with his children. She said she had no issue with Chrisean Jr. being there, but claimed the mother stalked them and pulled up in a black truck when nobody asked her to be there. Karlissa also said Chrisean Rock kept trying to touch her at the arcade, just days after disrespecting her when she asked if Chrisean Jr. could be at BLUEFACE'S prison release. She also added that Chrisean left her son at the arcade without any diapers, food, or a car seat as she attempted to follow BLUEFACE. Heck, even Chrisean's ex, Ronnie, who died after insisting that he was the real baby daddy, raised some serious concerns about the baby.
Junior was in a diaper with nothing on in Maryland, so you know it's cold out here in Maryland, for one. For two, do you know that if somebody would have hit that car at a high speed, Junior could have flew through that windshield? Junior was not in any seatbelt. Junior was not in any car seat. And on top of that, Junior was naked.
Personally, just when I thought these stories couldn't get any crazier, there was that claim that little Chrisean Jr. fell off the bed, and instead of Chrisean immediately picking him up or checking if he was okay, reports say that Bino told her to grab the baby, and her response was, "It'll make him stronger. Go back to sleep."
Well, she just said he's strong. Bro, we gotta get him strong. You talk about he's strong. Like, fuck with my brain.
By the way, the very same Bino also said that Chrisean is not a good person and not a good mom, explaining that he had to leave because the situation was affecting his mental state. He emphasized that Chrisean needs to get their son proper therapy and step up as a mother, adding that this is the real issue. According to him, people tend to avoid talking about it, but he insisted that with the right guidance and care from her, nothing is truly wrong with their child, and things could improve, as long as she gets herself together.
With Junior. She needs to go get him some proper therapy and be a mom. That's what's really wrong, bro. And nobody wanna say that, or her friends, everybody wanna hide it. No, she need to go get him some proper therapy and be a mom. That's what's wrong. Nothing really wrong with him. It could get right. But she need to get right, or somebody need, like, I feel bad for helping her. Go get the baby from her sister. I should have left him with the sister. He was better off there. Dad.
At the end of the day, Karlissa is talking louder than everyone else, dropping claims, hints, and accusations like she's piecing together her own investigation. Maybe she thinks she's protecting her grandchild, or maybe she's just fueling more chaos. But is she helping or making things worse? Is she bravely speaking up, or is she crossing boundaries that should never be crossed, especially when a baby is involved? And most importantly, should Karlissa really be the one telling all this to the world? Let me know what you think in the comment section below.